It was a chilly Thursday evening, the kind of cold that seems to make silence feel heavier than the air itself. I had just returned from work, my hands full of takeout and a small box of chocolates I'd picked up for her. Not for a holiday, not for a reason at all, just because I still wanted to show her love. She was on the couch, lost in her phone, wearing that familiar distant look that had been appearing more often lately, distracted, detached, absent. I bent down, smiling, and tried to hug her. She flinched and pulled away. "Not now. I'm tired," she said sharply. It wasn't the first time, but that night, her words cut deeper than usual. I froze, the warmth of what should have been a simple embrace turning icy inside me. "Okay," I murmured, setting the food down quietly. She didn't look up, lost in the glow of her screen. She smiled faintly at something there, a smile I noticed immediately, even as I stayed silent. Sometimes silence says more than confrontation ever could. That night, I lay awake while she pretended to sleep. The occasional vibrations of her phone, the quick flips of the screen whenever I stirred, became impossible to ignore. My mind kept returning to the rejected hug, the subtle but undeniable message it carried. It wasn't about physical touch, it was about rejection, quiet but crushing. Something inside me shifted that night. Love no longer felt warm. It felt like labor, and I realized I was the only one still showing up. The next morning, the house was unnervingly still. I made coffee, dressed, and began sorting through papers in my study. She entered, hair messy, smile carefully put on. "Hey," she said lightly. "I need your card. A friend wants to talk to you about starting a business." Her casual tone couldn't mask the truth I already knew. The friend was the man she had been texting, laughing with late into the night. The same one who had suddenly started liking every post she made online. I smiled, calm. I pulled out a card and placed it on the desk, letting her reach for it before stopping her gently. "Actually," I said quietly, "I don't think he needs it anymore." Her expression froze. "What do you mean?" she asked. "I already met him," I replied. Her panic was immediate. "Met him? When?" "Last week, in my office. He didn't realize who I was at first. Told me he's been spending a lot of time with a married woman who's unhappy. Said she confided in him that her husband doesn't make her feel alive anymore." Her face went pale. "You're lying," she whispered. "No," I said, shaking my head. "But I wish I was." She stood there, words failing her. "It's not what you think," she managed finally. "We were just talking. He needed someone to confide in." I laughed, humorless. "You don't reject your husband's hug and then become another man's confidant, Emily." I handed her the card anyway. "Go ahead, give it to him. Maybe he'll value it more than you ever valued me." Her hand shook as she pushed it back. "Please don't do this," she whispered. "I made a mistake." "No, Emily. You made choices. Repeated ones." I grabbed my coat and headed for the door. She reached out, but I stepped aside. "You told me last night not to touch you," I said softly. "I'm just respecting your wishes now." And I left her standing there, once my world, now a stranger in her own home. 4 days, she tried to call, to explain, to apologize. But no explanation could erase the memory of her pulling away from me to seek someone else's attention. That moment had broken something sacred, something trust could never repair. Months later, she appeared outside my office, eyes hollow. "I miss you," she said, voice trembling. "I shouldn't have pushed you away." I looked at her quietly. "You didn't just push me away, Emily. You gave me every reason not to return." I walked past her, not angry, just at peace. Once you realize someone only seeks your warmth when their own is gone, you stop giving it, and that is what finally broke her.